What is up, everybody? It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner, 2018 Innovation Award winner, given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also host the only online conversation in the world for dads and fathers. That is sponsored by Dove Men Care. It's also co-sponsored by Dad Central, Canada's national fatherhood organization. And through that collaboration last year, I was able to reach out with a team to over 100,000 fathers around the world. And that's a good thing. As always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. From snowy Toronto, today, very snowy. It's the first day back for kids in school. And I talked to a lot of parents over the weekend. They said, hey, we ain't going to send our kids back in this snowstorm. So hopefully everyone is bundled up and safe. I know the friend we have on this morning from Montreal, they're getting snow too. So it seems it's a snowbound. Before we go further and before I introduce media star Ryan Knight, just want to apologize to everyone for last Friday's show with Craig Wellington in regards to the technical challenges. I am still having them. So if you see me drop out and come back in, it's an internet challenge. I called them yesterday. They said, oh, they're going to send someone today. I go, you're going to send someone in,
in the snowmobile.
Yes,
They'll get there.
I say blessings to that person. We'll see if that happens. So
yes.
My apologies ahead of time. If you see me come in, come out, come in, out, it's not done on purpose. I love y'all. So just want to put that disclaimer ahead of time. Ryan Knight, what's going on?
Things are good. I want to make sure no other sounds are coming through. And for those that don't know who Ryan Knight is, I'm one of the co-founders of the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. We work with entrepreneurs of African and Caribbean heritage to really sit down and figure out what stage they're in and then help them create a blueprint to exponentially grow their companies. I'm also an entrepreneur myself. I run a company called Detail Ignites, which is definitely on pause today. We do mobile car cleaning, so going to people's houses or their offices to clean their cars without water and with our eco-friendly plant-based cleaning supplies. We wrapped up our youth entrepreneurship portion of the season. So shout out to Torian, Taj, and Nathan. And an additional shout out to Torian, who was able to obtain full-time employment with the Afro-Caribbean Business Network. So he's working with us, I believe, at least until July before he starts back his schooling. But really happy to be here. I know we are bundled up inside. We were looking at the weather forecast and said, you know what, we'll pause for Monday as the school was starting back. And we're like, you know what, we can pause one more day. I don't know how long this storm is going to last, maybe a couple days, but today was definitely, it's weird though, because it seemed like it caught people off guard. I'm talking about like the snow plows and the salters. Like days in advance, they were talking about the plan that they were going to have to really get ahead of the snowstorm, but maybe too much came too fast. So shout out to those that had to really plow through this and those that have to go to work and have to battle this snowstorm. But luckily we're here at home being able to be safe and sound. So looks like Dr. Vibe might have got disconnected again. One quick thing, I wanted to give an additional shout out to Steve Anderson, who wrote the book Driven to Succeed. We were able to chat over the weekend and just different ideas on how to support the book and other Black authors. So something interesting is being worked on with Knowledge Bookstore. So really stay tuned. We're trying to get as many Black authors into at least the Peel School District and also other school districts as well. So stay tuned for that announcement. And ACBN as well is going to be announcing something special very soon, thanks to, I can't say just yet until it's finalized, but our microloan program is getting an injection of capital. So we're going to be announcing that additional funding very soon. So if you're an entrepreneur looking for, between $25,000 and $10,000, $2,500 and $10,000, definitely stay tuned. We're going to be able to get you some capital.
All right, I am back I'm glad I said the disclaimer up front because it happened like bang, like that. So that's
Right.
going to happen throughout. But what we're going to do is get right to things. I know, Ryan, I'm going to have you handle the majority of this conversation because I may be dropping in.
Yeah, no worries. Let me know if you dropped off. And when you can, if you can bring up our guest, I did want to read their bio. Hold on, you hear me? All right. So I'm super excited because today we do have a special guest. If you remember, we had one of the Order of Canada recipients on, Robert Small, who does the legacy posters, and he was able to come and tell us more about his story. So we started reaching out to, hey, what are other African and Caribbean stars in our community that also got the Order of Canada? So we reached out to Bruny Surin, who, if you remember the 1996 Olympics, Canada took the track and field, took that track by storm with Donovan Bailey and Bruny Surin and the whole team, especially in that 4x1 relay. Still to this day, it gives me chills. But Bruny Surin, a quick bio, was born in 1967 in Cap-Haïtien. He's one of the best sprinters in the world. I wonder if he's still sprinting. I might challenge Bruny to a race. I love track as well. But a 4-time Olympian, he played a key role, of course, in one of Canada's most important sporting moments by helping them win the gold at the 4x1 relay in the 1996 Atlanta Summer Olympic Games. And thanks to his perseverance, his mantra, the me I see is the me I'll be, this track and field giant has gained a track record of success. So 4-time participant at the Olympic Games, Olympic champion at the 4x1 in 1996, 7th fastest sprinter of all time in the 100-meter in athletics. Are you still the 7th fastest time?
I think now it's got to be maybe 10 or 11 because the new generation, those youngsters, they are sprinting very fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
No. And 8-time champion in the 100-meter and Canadian record holder in the 100-meter at 9.84 seconds and the 60 at 6.45. So that's something I did not know. And twice world record champion in the 100-meter. So Bruny, it's such a pleasure. Thank you for answering our call out. It's an honor to have you on. As a sprinter in high school myself, we looked up to you and Donovan as the pinnacle of Canadian sprinters. So thank you so much for being on the Morning Vibe.
Thank you for having me, guys. Thank you.
Also Order of Canada recipient.
Well, that's the main. That's the main one.
I'm going to drop off in a second, but what I'm going to say is, again, people too, we are still doing the Amazon gift card giveaway.
Yes.
So if you want to win a $25 Amazon gift.
All right, let me finish Dr. Vibe sentence. So if you, you're there? Okay. Yeah, if you want to win that Amazon gift card, $25, we're giving it away every show. So Mondays and Fridays, at least until the end of February. Just put into the chat, hashtag the morning vibe. So no spaces, no hashtag, no
I'm gonna go in the background, but so yeah, just put in wherever you're watching this in the comments section, hashtag the morning vibe, press enter. I'll be back probably in a little bit near the end of the show. I'll let Ryan, who's very capable, to take care of you, Mr. Bruny. I'm gone.
Oh man. So well, everybody of course knows about the sprinting, but now with the Order of Canada, that is not given to you just because of your sprinting. Give a bit of your background, and then what have you been up to after the sprinting ended?
Yeah, well, if I can talk about the Order of Canada, is what happened is even when I was running, you mentioned earlier 1996 when Canada won the gold medal. Even at that time, I was like, okay, well, with all that I learned and people are with us, because I remember one time one person told me that I remember in 96 when we won. That person didn't say like when I won, when Donovan won and everything. It was we as Canada. And I was like, oh my God, that has a great impact. And I said to myself, even when I'm going to be retiring, I want to transmit I want to help the new generation, because I remember when I started, I had this big dream of becoming an Olympian, but I didn't have no money. I had like nothing, and I knock on doors. It was very tough, and after that, I had a great career, and I said to myself, I want to help the new generation. So that's why I created my foundation.
Nice.
The Bruny Surin Foundation has been going on for like 20 years now. We give like more than 2 million and bursary, and I organize training camps. And I remember one of the last training camps that we did with the foundation. I brought them in Arizona, where our fastest Canadian now, Andre DeGrasse, was training. So I brought those kids in this professional environment, and every day I was with them, like teaching them. I mean, talking about nutrition, psychologists, and everything. And to me, it's like, okay, well, this is what I can offer to the next generation. With all that I learned, I'm giving them to them. So when I received the Order of Canada, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy.
Right.
Now I have this big prize, you can say, and I always thought from the beginning. I said, when I came to Canada, I mean, my parents didn't have much and everything, so we work hard for where we are today, and to receive that, to me, it was like a great accomplishment.
And especially getting the order now, a lot of times, you know, kids are growing up and they're only seeing themselves as, let's say, an athlete or an entertainer or a musician. You now transitioning past just the sprinting into
philanthropist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Philanthropic efforts, and especially the training and the mentoring. What was it like transitioning from being the man on the track to now coaching and mentoring the youth to get them into the right mind space?
Yes, I mean, with all that I learned, I remember just before I retired, at least 2 years, 2.5 years, I wrote what I wanted to do after I finished running. I mean, I said I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be involved in real estate. I want to be coaching and everything. So all those things, and I prepared that. So once I retired, everything was on point. I started my business, I built my house and everything. And till now, so far, I mean, it's been about 20 years now. Everything is going great. So that's what also I'm telling kids, I mean, athletes now, yes, you need to be focused on everything, but always remember there's going to be something after, and you need to be ready for that. And after that, you mentioned also something about athletes and everything. So what I'm doing also in the community, I have a lot of friends they are in business. I have like artists. The first time I always tell to them, I always told them, I said, do you guys sometimes go in school? So the kids can see you, they can hear your story when you start and where you are now. So that's going to inspire them also. And that's what I've been doing also. I brought some business people like in school. I brought some artists. And when I'm doing my speaking, my conference also, as I said, it's not only sport. It's in any field that you guys are interested. The key is you have to work hard, perseverance. And I remember one thing my mom told me when I came to Canada also, whatever you're going to choose to do in life, don't cheat. There is no shortcut. In sport, the shortcut was taking drugs. And I know perfectly, I know 100%, if I took that route, yes, I would have much more title, I would have much more money, but it wouldn't be me. I would never be able to look at myself in the mirror, because that's cheating, you know. And sooner or later you're gonna pay the price anyway. So don't cheat. Yeah.
Oh, Dr. Vibe, you're on mute.
Sorry about that. One of those mornings. So, Bruny, let me ask you, when did business or entrepreneurship become part of your journey? How did that happen? And when did that happen?
That happened. My first sponsor that I had, Videotron, back then. I remember going to the office of the president, and I look at the building from outside. I'm like, oh my God, this is a huge building. And I said to myself, well, somebody started that company. And when I went inside and I look at all the people who were working, I said, oh my God, he has to pay all these people, and this is
Right.
crazy. And that's how I'm like, okay, I'm interested in to know, like, how did it started? What is his story? And matter of fact, that person till today we are very, very good friend, and he's
Nice.
one of my mentor. And that's the reason also that I'm doing all this philanthropy also, because he's still giving like millions every year to support student athletes. So yeah,
Wow.
that it started from there. Yeah.
And you had mentioned your mother kind of coaching you when you came to Canada.
Mhm.
And what was it like when you first came to Canada, and what initially got you into athletics and then taking it to a big step? I would love to take it back to those beginnings. I never get to hear like how the story of Bruny Surin started.
Yeah, it started that I came to Montreal when I was 7 years old. But
Okay.
before that, my mom and dad came to Montreal 1 year before us. I stayed in Haiti with my two sisters. So after 1 year, only my dad came to bring us to Montreal. And after 1 year, that's what my mom said. I said, well, this is we are in Canada here. We have you have all the opportunity. She didn't say, well, you have a chance and this and that, but this you have not. She said you have opportunity and everything. It's up to you. You work hard, and like I said before, don't cheat and perseverance. And I always did sport. Of course, in Haiti was soccer, football.
Okay.
Yeah, and here was phys ed. And
Yes.
once the dream started, it was when I was in grade 11. I was watching the Olympic Games. And that's the time I saw in 1984 Carl Lewis winning gold medal and the 100 meters, 200 meters, long jump, and relay 4x1. And I was like, this is it.
Right.
This is the dream. This is what I want. This is what I want to do. And you know what? I was never scared about saying my dream, my goals, and everything. And I started saying to everybody, I want to be an Olympian. I want to be faster than Carlos. And everybody was like, oh my God, Bruny's crazy.
Right.
Like, what is it?
You're picking the bar. That
is. Everybody was like, man, forget it. But I had one coach back then also who was telling me about condition myself and work hard, and he helped me a lot. He taught me about visualization, and he's the one also my mantra today, and I'm still using today. The me I see is the me I'll be. Yes. You have to see yourself. You have to see yourself succeed your goal. Yes, there's gonna be obstacles. Of course, there's gonna be obstacles, and there's gonna be plenty of obstacles. If I would tell you, share with you all the obstacles that I had to go through before the Olympic medal and everything, I would speak to you till tomorrow. It's crazy. And actually my ultimate goal, which was to run faster than my idol, where that everybody was telling me that it's impossible. It took me 15 years to realize it. 15 years. So that's why I said to kids, I mean, you guys need to perseverance. Yeah.
Bruny, you mentioned about that coach. What was first a few quick questions? What was the coach's name? What made him special in your life? And are they still alive today? And do you keep in touch with them?
Yes. What he saw in me, I remember on my I was 13 years old. So in Montreal, we have this thing that we call it regional. Regional is like every end of school year. We have different school coming at the sports center, and we do track and field. It's like I used to call it like the mini Olympics. So 3 weeks to 1 month before the regional, our phys ed teacher show us how to run, how to jump, and everything, and we go to the regional. So my first year in high school, I won the triple jump. I wasn't even the fastest. Right. Yeah, I won the triple jump, and he was on the national team. So he came to me, introduced himself, Daniel Saint-Hilaire, and he said that, I see. He said that I see that you can be a good athlete. I want to coach you, and I took his number. Yeah. Never call him. Right. I'm like, no, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in track. I mean, my sport is basketball. After school, I'm with my boys, hanging out, playing basketball and everything. And every year he used to come and see me. It took him 5 years. It's only after that I saw Carl Lewis, and I said, maybe I'll start training with Danielle. So that's
he would check in with
you
you like every year for 5 years.
Every year for 5 years. And at some time I was like, man, this guy is very persistent. I'm like, almost saying, guy, leave me alone. And he gave me that. He was so passionate, and I remember every time I have the chance to thank him, I thank him like all the time. He just retired about 2 years ago, like he retired, and he coaches like for like 45 years, and I thank him very much for that.
And I'm curious, now that you're coaching and mentoring track athletes, what is it that you see? I don't know if it's in their mentality that separates them, because there's a lot of gifted athletes that can run fast. But what separates them? Because the perseverance that you're talking about, especially now on the Olympic stage, everybody beside you can win that race. But there's something different about the mentality and the toughness that you have to have. What is it that you look for that makes a person stand out, that they could get to that stage?
Yeah, the best example I can say is Andre DeGrasse. I remember the first time I saw him live. Of course, that I saw him in the internet. I mean, I knew who he was back then. That was in 2015, and I went to the Canadian Championships, and that's the first time I saw him live. And we saw each other, and I gave him a hug. We hugged each other, and I went like this, and more, I was going my arm like tighter and tighter and tighter, and I'm like,
where's the meat?
Yeah, where's the meat? And I was like, I look at him, I said, oh my God, what is this?
Yes.
He's so tiny.
Right.
He's so tiny. And once more I was talking to him and everything, and I watched his interview and everything. You could see that his mental, like, it's incredible.
Right.
Although he's like this, is small, and we saw. I remember I was commentating the Olympics, and him and Usain Bolt and the 200 meters. When in the semifinal they were together, and I said, my prediction was like, he has to show Bolt that he's here, so he has to push him a little bit, and that's exactly what he did. He pushed him almost till the end. So that's created friction actually back then, because it was a semi, and Usain Bolt was like, okay, why you doing this? Why you pushing me? And his answer was like, I'm here to win. Even though it was Usain Bolt, like 6'5", strong and everything, his mentor was, I'm going to push him. And what we saw also in Tokyo, I was there commentating again. I mean, bronze medal and the 100 meters, winning the 200 meters, and our relay team bronze medal again. This is what he's doing. Like, is just tremendous. It's crazy. But his mentor, that's what I'm looking for. Like everybody, in sport or in other avenue in life.
Absolutely.
So, Bruno, you're reading my alleged mind. I was going to ask you, what are the characteristics of a champion? Because you've been a champion in athletics, you're a champion in business. What are the qualities of a champion?
I mean, you have to condition what I'm learning also from other businessmen and everything, from sport and everything. You have to condition yourself about, once you start something, like, you're going to succeed. Work on your visualization, work on your belief, work on your like the way you're gonna talk, the way you're gonna do things, perseverance, work hard. Even sometimes that you don't like to do, but you know that it's gonna help you, you need to do them. Like in track, I know that speed endurance, we call like running like 300 meters, 300 meters and 50. I hated it, and most of us hated it, but you have to do it. You have to do it to be stronger. And business, when I have to make calls and everything and talk to clients and everything, I hate talking on the phone. I just hate it. But you know what? That's something that I don't have a choice. That I need to do. And something also that is very, very important for me is like giving back. Giving back. You know, when you're doing something, like you succeed and everything, there's people in need. You need to share. I'm never share to share, like, even it's financial, if it's my time, if it's my knowledge. That's something that I do like all the time. Don't be envious also about people. Those are the value that help me do what I did in sport, and so far what I'm doing in business, and that's why I encourage people to do.
And curious, because now I feel like you and Donovan Bailey were the prime sprinters for Canada. When you talk about not to be envious, but was there ever, like, do you use competition between each other to like push each other? Like, how does it help having like somebody alongside you that's pushing you? Like, what's the relationship between you two when you were sprinters? And I'm curious how you are today.
I mean, today back then it was like I would say a relationship. I would say almost like love and hate, because what is difficult is like when you are in the 100 meters. I mean, I could have my brother and the lane beside me. I want to win.
Yes,
he wants to win. And especially back then, there was a lot of intimidation. There was a lot of psychological games, and that's get to you. And I mean, it's very difficult also to say, okay, well, now it's like it's the sport, and you said once the race finished, okay, well, we are buddies, and sometimes a lot of time that's create friction. And that's what we had. But the key is, in those great moments, we always had this in the relay. We put all the ego aside and everything, and we put all the collaboration together, and that's how we won. I would say 94, 95, 96, especially 1996 Olympic. Because if we couldn't be able to create that, there was no way that we could have won that medal.
I like what you said, putting the ego aside. I think that's such an important message, not only personally, professionally, especially we have a lot of conversations with the members of with a lot of Black Canadians, and that comes up a lot. Being able to put ego aside. Can you go a little bit deeper on that, on the importance of putting ego aside when you're trying to achieve greatness or champion status?
You know what? And one example I can give you, and the relay. I mean, there's a I would say almost like a rules, a non-written rules. The fastest man is gonna go at the end. And also, if we talk about business-wise, he has a more value marketing-wise, because when you're going to show your team winning, they're going to show the last runner bringing the goal at the finish, and that has the value. And most of the time, you want to be the anchor, and only that sometimes it create friction. Right. Why now you want to run anchored? Well, you know what? I run this and da. But you will be better in this other position. And sometimes I was in a position. Sometimes I say, well, okay, well, you know what? For the sake of the team, okay, I don't care. I'm going to go this way. That's what the coach wanted. That's what. And sometimes you have to do that. I mean, it's one of the example. And sometimes the way you act, also the way you talk to people. I mean, you can be a champion. You can be Olympic champion. I mean, the way you're going to talk to me, don't talk to me like, okay, you have to show me that you're Olympic champion, or just talk to me the same level,
Yeah.
And
we're still teammates.
Yeah, we're still teammates. I don't care if you want 10 gold medal or whatever. Don't act like that with me. We teammate, we represent Canada and everything. And that's sometimes, it's not it's not easy.
Actually, I have a question from the audience here. It's an interesting question. Let me just put it up here.
Yep.
What is the prescribed diet for sprinters? Which is interesting, because probably when you were competing, the diet is different than sprinters for today. But it is a very interesting question. The funny thing is, I've met Christopher Lawrence. He's not in sprinter shape, so I'm wondering why he's asking this question. But
that's because he wants to get in sprinter shape.
Okay, all right. All right. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's true what you said. I mean, in my generation, yes, and in general, there was more. I would say careful about what you eat. Sometimes, I mean, the how many you calculate the calories intake for your breakfast, your lunch, and at one point I was doing that for a couple of years. And after that, I was very careful. No junk food and everything. You eat your junk food once you're on vacation for that 3 weeks, 1 month, everything. But once you start your training, forget it. But now the new generation, a lot of things has changed. We saw, I remember one of the first when Usain Bolt came on the scene, like international breaking records and everything. Said, oh man, I was in the Olympic Village eating McDonald's every day, eating chicken nuggets. And now what you gonna say to a guy who just broke the world record, winning all this medal, and he's telling you that he's eating McDonald's every day? You're like, okay. But now, but I think to me, when I look at it today, yes, diet is very important and everything. You need to have a balance. But a lot of it also, and when I'm talking about sport, I level and everything, it's in here also. It's psychological also.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm curious now because you've started this foundation, so you've gone from like star athlete, businessman to now into the nonprofit realm. What have you been seeing? Because it's been, well, you said like 15 years you've been running the foundation.
20 years now.
20 years.
20 years
so
now.
What has evolved in the Black community in that nonprofit realm, and what would you want to see? Like, what's missing as well as we try to support each other in the community?
Yes, I mean, to me, I'd like to see more. How can I say? Among us, to have more support in each other. I'm not here to point fingers and everything, but I mean, I used to have. Now it's on standby and everything. I used to have like a product that I'm selling and everything, and I think at some time when in the community, I mean, yes, some people support, but it's not there yet. I've seen other business friends. And yes, they have some kind of support from the community, but it's not like, hey guys, we are with you. I think it's too bad. My foundation, I mean, I'm doing like events every year, and people who come to support, I have maybe people who come in my event about the community, like 5%.
Okay, right.
I'm like, okay. Yeah, whereas I'm going in the community and the school, I go and support like a lot of organization and everything, but I'm doing my events, and a lot of it come back to the community and in general. And when you look at people who come in my event, I mean, I'm talking about like business people and everything. I mean, and I said 5%, and I was generous when I said 5%. So, I mean, we need to, yes, it's easy to say it. Well, yeah, community, yeah, but you have to show it. You have to show it.
Absolutely, yeah. And that's where, because with the nonprofit that we run, and we're about 4 years old, I would say I had never reached out to your foundation. So would definitely love to start that relationship and also bring as many other organizations together. Just like you said, I feel the more that we start talking and understanding what everybody's doing, we can start showing up and be like, hey, you're having something, make sure at minimum other similar organizations are there to support, and vice versa. Because I've seen you at different events speaking and supporting. So it definitely has to be vice versa or back and forth.
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks a lot.
Well, let me ask, what do you feel are some of the things that can be done short term to change the situation you just shared with us? What are some suggestions you would have from where you sit?
Maybe have more people saying it, because you know what? Yeah, I'm saying it, and I'm not the type of person to say that something on the back just to myself. I see it happening, and I said, yeah, maybe I'm gonna have criticized people. Hey, Bruno, what you saying? Yeah, but it's the truth. And maybe we need to have more people come in there and say, well, listen, guys, it's easy on Facebook oh yeah, let's support each other, la la la, yeah, great.
Right.
But are you actually doing it? Are you doing it for real? Tell me.
Mm.
You know?
True. Well, like you said, you can look around the room and see who's there. So it's like, yes, you can send positive vibes on Facebook, but are you present and
Exactly.
actually in the building?
Exactly. And I think now we have a lot of work. We have, to be honest, we have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. Yeah.
Excellent. Where do you vision the foundation being a year from now, and also 5 years from now? What would be the dream?
The dream is I'm talking to my board. I have a lot of business people on my board, like, who've been helping me for years and years, and we've been doing like events like every year. And the next step I want to do is like, I don't know how to say that in English. They have some people, sometimes when you have your will, and sometimes you can say, okay, well, this part of you will go to some foundation and everything.
Endowment.
And that's the next step would be to start to approach some people to have that, and because I want the foundation to be bigger and bigger and bigger. Yeah, and have more sponsor, and hopefully I can have a person working like full time at the foundation, another person full time, to help us actually knocking on doors, getting sponsors and everything. Because every year I've been putting a lot of energy, and that's some of it. Every year I'm spending money on my foundation.
Right.
Like, I'm spending my personal money on the foundation for like 20 years. And to me, it's fine, because I said that, well, people I had sponsored actually who sponsor me throughout my career. I mean, the population was there and everything. I had a great career, and I'm doing that, no problem. But I wanted the foundation to be bigger, much bigger than this we are today. Yeah.
Actually, another question is from the same person who wanted to know the diet stuff. He goes, well, what is, quote, disciplined diet, unquote, for you now, seeing that you're still gaining more success? So I guess the Christopher wants to know, what's your discipline? Like, how do you keep focused and driven?
You know what? It's funny, because the way I was when I was doing sport, and it's this almost the same thing I'm doing now. I mean, a lot of time I'm wake up early. I'm doing like meditation 3-4 times a week. Always telling to myself, okay, where in my life area that's not balanced, and how I can balance that. And I'm doing my agenda like systematically, and putting the hours, and also giving back, and when I give back, I'm a kind of guy that I'm not gonna dictate, because sometimes I have kids telling me, okay, well, I want to have some mentorship and everything. Every year I'm taking 2-3, because I cannot take more, and I'm tough on them. And one guy, I was like, man, you're not serious. I'm like, I remember one time he came, he was very motivated, and he came and I gave you a task. Here's a task, go. And now I have to reach out to you, say, hey, that's not normal. And one time I reached out to you, I said, okay, well, what about the task I gave you? Oh, well, this week in Montreal, there's this festivities and everything. I have no time. While I'm in the office. What is this? And I said, kid, you know what? I know some people, like, they are already multi-millionaire. And they are working more than you. And you want to get there? Good luck, my friend. Ciao. You can
Absolutely.
Bruny don't play, man. Bruny don't play.
I know how to play.
Well, and you mentioned leaving a gift in your will to your foundation. And again, I feel like it's way too early to be talking about your will, but I'm curious, what type of legacy does Bruny Surin want to leave? Like, what is it that you'd love to be remembered for, that you're striving to really plant that foundation now?
I would say that what I would like is to say to people, like, people remember me as anything is possible. Anything is possible as long as you're putting the work, If you don't have this expertise and this and that, whatever, go get it. One of my slogans, it's go get it. Go get it. Go get the expertise. Put it on your team. Sell your dream. Don't be afraid. That's it. I want people to remember that Bruny is like, okay, said, okay, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Don't tell me it's impossible. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear. I remember when my kids, even in sport, they say, "Oh my God, Dad, I'm tired. I'm gonna stop. It's impossible." I told them, "Okay, well, try again."
Yes.
Try again. That's how I want people to remember me.
Bruny, let me ask: is your mother still alive?
Unfortunately, she passed away. Yeah.
My condolences.
Yeah.
Let me ask, before we let you go, what tribute would you like to give to your mother at this point of your journey?
The tribute is that what the value that she gave me. I mean, be kind to people, like I was saying earlier. Don't be envious, and you can achieve whatever you want in life. And in life, there is no shortcut. That's the thing she told me when I was 7 years old, and that's the same thing I said to my kids.
Right.
Same thing I said to my kids. And to me, that was the nicest gift that my mom could have given me.
Wonderful. One last thing. Where were you, and what was your reaction when you got the news about being a member of the Order of Canada? What was that moment like?
I was just helping somebody in training. I was at the sports center, and I received that email. And before I get going in the car, and I read it, I'm like, okay. I read it again, and I'm like, I'm not sure what that means. And then when I was driving, I was going home, but I was on with the car with the speaker, and I was talking to the person and everything, and I said, well, am I like on a contest that to have it? Because I was like, what is this, And the person told me, no, you won it. I said, let me stop.
Right. Hold on.
I stopped the car, and I continued the conversation. I was like, oh my God, I was like,
right.
And after that, I called my family and everything, and we celebrated and everything. I mean, to me, it was like, oh my God, this is crazy, man. This is crazy.
Wonderful.
And
wonderful.
Sometimes when I see with all humility, sometimes when I see that, and I'm like, okay, well, I'm still living a dream.
Nice.
I'm still living a dream. This is crazy, and that's why those things I don't want to enjoy it. Just me and my family or whatever. I want to give it back to the community, to the kids. I say, well, you kids, you need to do that. That's why I'm so tough on kids, especially.
It's good you're saying that, because I know we got to let you go, but we got two more quick questions. One of them, Anne just asking, what does giving back look like? Is it athletic? I was not clear. And you've mentioned giving back throughout our conversation. What does that look like for you?
Giving. What does giving back mean for me?
Yes.
Well, actually, I have. Let's say example. I receive email sometimes. It can be an Instagram, whatever, and kids they say in sport. Oh, Bruny, can you give me some advice on this, on that, and that? I take the time every week to answer that. To me, that's giving time. Like I told you, like 2-3 kids that I'm mentoring, that's free time I'm giving. With my foundation, I mean, to organize something, we just had in October 260. We could have 400, but because of the restriction, we had 260 people coming. I mean, we have to organize that. The sponsor, the market, it takes time. It's crazy. But when I saw that, I said, okay, well, giving back. And now, just before Christmas, I had 8 student athletes that were giving bursary. I was with them in Zoom. We were supposed to have lunch, but everything was closed.
Sure.
And to me, that's giving back. Because I said to myself, before getting, and when I was winning those medals and everything, I wasn't alone. There was people helping me doing that. So that's the same thing I have to do. Because I could have said, okay, after my career, well, I did everything. Thank you, guys. See you later. I said, I could never do that.
Your mother wouldn't let you do that.
Oh man, she would come back and haunt me and they say, hey, you got your good work. No, she couldn't do that. She would never tell me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Did you hear anything that I said?
The questions are coming in like crazy, so we'll make it quick for you. Next question here is: what are some new sprinters from Canada that we should look out for?
Oh yeah, I mean Andre Degrasse. Andre Degrasse now. Last Olympic I saw him, and it was so funny because since 5 years I said, well, he's gonna break my record, because my record and Donovan record, which is 984 and 100, and every year he come this close and this close and closer. And after he won the bronze medal, I was there commentating, and I saw him. And I went to reach out and congratulate him. We just hang out. And at the end, he said, man, thank you, Bruno, for your encouragement and everything. But you still have the record, eh? I said, well, yeah. But is the one to watch.
All right. And one last question. Tim says, is Bruny and his foundation working out of Ontario or Quebec? Where is the foundation based, and what about it?
Yeah, for now, it's Quebec only. And when I told you that I want the foundation to be bigger and bigger, and one of the goals also is to be Canadian. But for now, it's Quebec only. Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for everything you have done, are
Really
doing,
much
and will be
appreciated.
doing. Folks, if you want to check out the website, the address is right there on the screen, and I'll see if I can also put in the comments on all the platforms that I can in regards to that. Bruny, any last words you have for us before we let you go today?
Well, I didn't have a chance to congratulate you guys for your show. Congratulations, and congrats for all your awards also and everything. And thanks for having me. That was one of my best interview. I had fun being with you guys.
Really appreciate that. That means a lot to us.
Look, please stay in touch if there's anything we can do to help. And like any events that you're having, please, the mic is open for you to promote it. So we expect to hear from you going forward. So stay safe and keep the faith, and love to your mother.
All right. Thank you very much, guys.
Take care. Bye-bye. All right, great conversation with Bruny Surin. Lots of fun, and Ryan, you do it again. People just think you do such great conversations. Like,
tag team. That's where 1 + 1 = 3.
Oh, whoops! There it is. Whoops! There. Actually, there's a commercial with them these days. Have you seen it?
Oh no, I haven't.
They're part of it. They play the tag team. You got to be a little bit older to remember that. If you watch television, watch a while, but that was great. And thank goodness my internet stayed good for most of that.
Yes.
So that is a blessing. Thank you, whoever the ISP gods are. We held out. So folks, thanks again. And one of the things I want to thank a lot of people here are becoming regulars.
Absolutely.
I really want to thank a pile of people who are becoming regulars. I see your names on the reg now. We appreciate it and don't take it for granted. And I know, there was a conversation I hosted last week on the Morning Vibe when Ryan wasn't 100%. And I just didn't ask Dr. Vibe anything, especially about the Morning Vibe. And some people saying, you guys should be on more often. So, one of the ways we can start looking at that is people come on a regular basis and an interaction and spreading the word.
Yes.
So as always, wherever you're seeing this, tell people about it, share it out. And we're seeing the numbers grow. So that's certainly one of the considerations for us to see if we're going to go another day. A lot of number of people who answered said they'd like to see it on Wednesdays. So we'll think about that. But, Mr. Media Star has quite the schedule. So we got to see if we can potentially fit it in. So some comments here. Christopher saying, great conversation. Macmillan Group. Morning, gentlemen. Great conversation. I owe the Macmillan Group something, so they'll be getting that today. I've been a little bit challenged with internet stuff. Then there's Hemsel. Great achievement, Bruny. It is really appreciated. And says, Ryan, I love your Black Intelligence t-shirt.
Yes, feel free to get your own. Shout out to SDH Toronto, Sandra Hamilton, who I have the t-shirt, the sweater. I feel like when I have this on,
you the man. All right. Yes. So as we wind it down here in the next few moments, I'm going to time it on my phone. If I could find it. I don't care if I find it on my phone. Well, there's my phone. There it is. Yeah. 1 minute to enter this morning's draw for a $25 gift card from Amazon. And just to let people know also, we're going to be doing this till the end of next month. So every Monday and Friday, we're going to be doing this giveaway. And thanks again to ACBN and also Amazon for this. So again, wherever you're watching this platform, this conversation, whatever platform, please type in hashtag the morning vibe, press enter, and you'll enter the draw. And we'll be doing it in about 45 seconds. So Al, look at this. Angie, I have just started watching. I do appreciate the show. Thank you. I appreciate you back.
Sweet. Love that.
Derek. First time I've seen your name, Derek. So thank you. Thank you for joining the family. Wonderful conversation. Congratulations, guys. Thank you. And we are going to start getting, you got 20 seconds left, folks. You got 20 seconds before we shut it down and do the draw. So,
just real quick. So again, we always love to spotlight those doing great stuff in the community. I know for Black History Month, we're starting to piece together some guests. We have Pharaoh Hamid from One Full Circle that's going to be coming back on. Yeah, Station Let Frederick that's going to be coming back on.
Well, we have Robert on the January 31st, the day before
to
February.
Kick it off.
He's booked on, so Robert is going to be coming back on to kick it off. Black History Month.
So if you can think of anybody else doing, especially if they have an event happening in Black History Month, let them reach out to us and see if we can have them on to.
Absolutely. Okay, we've gone past the minute, so it's time to get the giveaway. I saw some people putting in the morning vibe hashtag right at the last moment, so that's good. Let's get you going.
Nice.
Giveaway tool, and I also noticed the numbers for people for the giveaway are going up also, which is good. All right,
good stuff.
You got 15 seconds if you want to get in. 15 seconds if you want to get in.
Yes.
And because you'll see entries, there's 8 people entered in right now. So you know what? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bam.
Good luck, everyone.
Christopher Lawrence. All right, Christopher Lawrence, you are the winner. You are the winner. So congratulations, Chris. You know how to get a hold of Ryan. So you are a winner of the gift card. So wonderful.
Congrats.
That is wondrous.
And Ryan Singh put in the National Black History Month Summit.
Yes. Yeah.
We definitely... Ryan, if you can send more information about the summit, I would love to learn more and see how we can support it, interview the people that are putting it on. I don't know if you're a part of the steering committee, but definitely connect us to whoever is putting on the summit. Would love to, collaborate. We have our ACBN Legacy Symposium of 2022 happening as well. So if you're a business owner in the Black community that is looking for 2 days of intense workshops to really get you investment ready, I feel like we're stepping into this next normal, and we have to be able to, 1, bring in capital, 2, grow our businesses. If that is not our focus, if you're in a place that you don't need to grow your business, that's great. This symposium is not for you. It is for entrepreneurs that are at a space and know they want to grow. And again, if you're just starting out and just have an idea, this symposium isn't the best place. Again, it's really for if you're making between $1,000 to $10,000 a month. We want to get you over that $100,000, $250,000 mark. So February 24th and 25th, please go to events.acbncanada.com. You'll be able to sign up, and it's 2 days. We have amazing keynote speakers. Dr. George Fraser, definitely Google him or YouTube search him and check out some of his videos. I think you'll love the message that he's been for decades trying to get the Black community around economic development and networking and power networking. And again, Byron Nelson is going to be speaking on one of the keynote speakers as well. Again, if you're not interested in growing, listening to Byron Nelson is not for you. We really need to get on another level. So I'm super excited about the symposium, but it's not just those 2 days. It's leading up to it, and then afterwards, really keeping this momentum going. And you remember me, I feel like I stumbled into 2022, and it was a slow start, and not feeling well. But now it's time to hit the ground running and really amplify the different businesses that are in our community. So stay tuned for that. Let me just check. Oh, thank you. I need back in. I want to put up some of these comments saying great conversation, congratulations. And Christopher Lawrence saying thank you for winning.
All right,
Ryan, I saw
we are back.
Hey, you're good?
Yeah, so we're gonna edit real quick so we can make sure the internet goes. So Sheraton goes, great conversation. Congratulations to Lawrence. Christopher goes, thank you, Mrs. Knight. All right, folks, we'll see you Friday. Pray for Dr. Vi that we get this technical challenge done.
Yes.
As always, live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions. Then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. And remember to give yourselves grace. And do not go outside if you're in Eastern Canada unless you absolutely have to. Yes. And if you do, make sure you're wearing snowshoes because it's messy out there. Peace, everybody. Bye.